On this episode of Greco Fabulous, I get something that I didn't ask for. Something you didn't ask for, kind of like a Greco Fabulous video. Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and welcome to another exciting episode of Thrifting to Collect. Excitement not guaranteed. If anything, it's definitely not going to show up. But anyways, for those of you that don't know, I am a vintage toy and video game collector of anything that makes me happy, right? But I don't like to spend money on it. So what I do is I go out there and I source lots of product, and more often than not, I'm not finding things that I want to keep, but I'm finding things that have value. So I go ahead and I turn that into theoretical collecting money so that I am not torpedoing my family by having this hobby. So in this series, I'm going to show you this week's worth of thrifting pickups. It was a pretty substantial one, so I'm very, very happy with it. And let's go along for the journey, and then I'll show you what I got in the end. Alright guys, I just picked this up for free. Is it a little redemption for me? It just might be. So for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, which is everybody because I didn't mention it, I had a chance to buy a way more complete version of this Legacy Millennium Falcon at an estate sale, and for whatever reason, I never asked what they wanted for it, because I just assumed it was a newer piece of Power of the Force junk. Boy, was I wrong! So even though this guy's missing a lot more pieces, literally getting it free from the side of the road is something I can live with. So I found these pretty cool figures in Imaginext Doomsday and Solomon Grundy, but these prices, not something I need, and not something worth reselling. So back on the shelf for you. This isn't a horrible buy. You got the 10,000 Volt Man from Scooby-Doo. It's not for like $8-10 online. And this guy, a few bucks there. So not horrible, but not gonna make me rich either. On the first day of thrifting, Savers gave to me 3 Xbox S controllers. You're out of tune. I also got these Bose wired headsets, which were open box. It has like half the packaging. But guys, if you see a name brand that you know, check this out. I checked it out on a whim because I was like, okay, people like Bose. Usually has a high price tag attached to it, but I did not expect to sell this for this much. They're wired! Now, day 2 was where all the magic happened, okay? So a bunch of games showed up. I grabbed a whole bunch. Strategy is grab, then decide, okay? Don't sit there and, calmly thumb through things. Like, do I want this? Do I want it? Just grab it, put it in your cart, put it in your bag, and then figure it out. Because you're gonna miss out on something if you just, pick and choose quietly, right? I say that, but then if somebody does that to me, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. So just stay out of my way. Anyways, so day 2 was very, very good to me. Baseball been very, very good to me. So we got Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 for the PS3, Animal Crossing City Folk for the Wii, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the PS2, and any of these games that are, the Marios are an instant grab. Any games that kind of stand out are ones that I'm going to look at afterwards, and these all have value. I'll use the magic of editing. Wii U games, this Pac-Man one I don't think is anything to freaking write home about. I don't know why I had to cuss there, I'm so sorry. But things like this, kind of on the fence as far as whether or not they're worth picking up, because my store typically prices these guys at $3.99. Sometimes I use a coupon, sometimes I don't. And then you have to double check on condition and stuff, but these ones seem to be worth it. Mario Party 8, more to come on that in 1 second once I get through this. Should really be using a tripod. This whole up and down thing is great for my glutes, but terrible for a YouTube video. So that all came on Tuesday, but the big, oh, hold on, got one more. There we go, can't forget about double play. But the big surprise came in the store, and here's some footage to prove it. Guys, check this out. I just opened this up, I'm still in the store. Look what's snuck in. Look at that. Yes, casually stuffed inside a copy of Mario Party 8 for the Wii, in between the manual, these two guys. Finally, some GameCube games. We got Mario Party 7 and Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, they're scratched up, so I'm gonna get them resurfaced, but this is awesome. I never find GameCube games, plus they're good ones. So this was such, it blew up that find from something that was pretty okay to something that's phenomenal. So I don't even know if this is like a thrifting tip. How do you check for this? If something feels heavy, like, you know what I mean? Like, they usually wrap these things up, but look everywhere, guys. If it's vintage Transformers, look in the instruction booklet for unused sticker sheets. If it's video games, look for more video games. Everything is tucked away somewhere. Just go back to remember when, you know, when you played video games. You didn't always put things back where they were supposed to go. You were lazy. So a lot of times that might work in your favor, because these employees, they're probably not looking out for these things. They have to process things quickly, and every once in a while, the Lord will shine on you.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
So this next pickup was so overwhelming in quantity that I didn't have time to film any of it. I just had to like rip things off the wall. The wall was literally covered in bees. No, it was covered in sealed Pokemon cards. Like, literally, we are talking over 70 packs of Pokemon cards. Now, granted, now in hindsight, they're not anything crazy valuable. They're XY Steam Siege booster packs. Each one was $1.99. Every once in a while, they would slip up and there'd be like two to a baggie here. All different kinds of decals. I think there's 4 different designs. But also, there were these Sun and Moon Guardian Rising theme decks. Again, we had Steel Sun and I don't know, something about a moon somewhere. Hidden Moon is in there as well. Who the heck donates over 70 packs of unopened Pokemon cards? And I know what you're thinking. You're like, hey, danger alert, knockoffs. But I opened them up, I checked it out, they're fine, they all check out. And also, I looked at a bunch of videos, I talked to people. People said that usually if they're knockoff booster packs, they're not going to be in these outer casings. I don't know if that's true or not. That's one person's input. But like I said, I opened one up, I checked out a bunch of stuff. It all checks out. I was so worked up about Pokemon cards that I almost forgot that I also picked up this 6th generation iPod, which sold instantly for $60. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, my voice sounded like it was awake. Anyways, so I am outside of an estate sale. It's an early Friday morning one, so hoping that with midweek that there won't be much competition. It's actually pretty close to me. It's only like 10 minutes away from where I live, so very casually got my morning ready and strolled out of bed. Someone did start up a sign-up sheet. I am number 3 on the list, so hopefully the other 2 aren't here for anything special. They're not hanging around, so if I was a bad guy and didn't just play one on YouTube, I could totally just tear the list down and start my own. But that is not the case. I'm not that kind of person. Let's see if that works in my favor or not. Collecting karma, right? That's what I'm preaching. I don't really preach it, but that's just what I have in the name. All right, y'all. So here we got the last pickups of that week. It's a combination of the thrift shop plus an estate sale. So let me just wrap up the thrift shop. We got Minecraft, more, classic Mario games. This Paw Patrol one supposedly has some value, at least when I checked it out. Always grabbing the Wii U games, especially if they're first party, just because I'm waiting for that to explode. All these influencers on YouTube say it's going to happen, so they got to go be right? I mean, if I say something, it's true. So anyways, that's the rest of Savers. And then here is all from an estate sale. A little down there, a little over here. So the thing that caught my eye in the listing was, of course, this boxed Wii U Mario and Luigi Deluxe set. So here's the thing that happened with this guy. I got there. I didn't put a lot of effort into it. It was actually pretty close to where I live. I think I got there like a little over an hour ahead of schedule, and I was still number like 5 on the list. But I was not the first person that was looking for stuff like this. So when they actually opened the doors, that person ran right for the games, and I was like, great, I'm gonna miss out. But then they did something weird, and I don't know if they're not as seasoned as I am or didn't know how this company worked, but they just kind of stood there and just started looking at things. And a lot of times, depending on the estate sale company, they'll either bundle everything together, or they'll have individual prices, or they won't have prices at all, and you just have to make a pile. So I was trying to be like courteous and not trample the guy, but once it was clear that he wasn't grabbing things, I was like, you know what, yoink, I grabbed this box. But one thing I didn't realize was that the system was not in the box, and it was actually separate, and he grabbed the system. And not one of my proudest moments, but I was like, really? You're gonna get the system without the box? And I said it very snidely and very like condescending. And I basically guilted him into giving it to me just with that one comment. Again, I'm not saying I'm an angel. I'm not your Jiminy Cricket. I'm just saying what happened. I'm a reporter, okay? So either way, I ended up with the Wii U with this box. So pretty sick there. One thing I wasn't expecting were these ultrasound photos, which I should probably return to the family. So anyways, while I was there, I grabbed everything, because why not? Again, a lot of these things aren't anything to write home about, but you got some stuff that is worth mentioning. There are some sealed games in here, but again, they're not anything that crazy, like You Draw Studio and Just Dance 3. Just Dance 2020 is apparently the one that you want out of all of those. And I'm just going to casually pull these out, because like I said, unfortunately with the Wii and other systems like DS, you know, very kid-centric. By the way, Wii U system, these were the only 2 Wii U games. So I don't know, they obviously didn't think very highly of it, because there was nothing else left. This was the only thing. The game is not in here. I randomly found a case. There was no system or anything else to go along with it, but there was a ton of Xbox stuff as well. As far as I can see, very, very common games, lots of first-person shooters, you know, nothing to get that excited about. The most impressive thing, I would say, is this copy of Grand Theft Auto 3 from the Xbox collection, because it is sealed. So that's pretty cool. So just closing out these Xbox games right here. In addition to that, we're also getting 2 Fat Boy Xboxes. Very, very dirty. They turned on and everything. I mean, they were kind of in boxes of doo-doo, so I don't even know if they're any good. But I'm going to go ahead and go through, just for fun, I'm going to go through the trouble of refurbishing it. I bought thermal paste. I got all this stuff, so I'm going to clean those up real, real nice. And then also in here, you got a bunch of stuff that probably nobody cares about, but other various controllers and Wiimotes. Oh yeah, and here's just a regular Wii. So for the estate sale stuff, that was not cheap, but at that point, you kind of, you know, you put in the time, you put in the effort. I paid $200 for all of that. Obviously not as cool as what I typically pay for at the thrift shops, but once in a while, you gotta pony up. So this is where this video is gonna end, but I did technically have one more pickup that weekend. But this guy's gonna deserve its own video.
Coming this holiday season, the computer that thinks is a toy is a toy. Sega.
Bye. Alright, let's see if this dirty ass Xbox got anything. Yay. Alright, better luck with the Wii. Where's that dang Mario game?